Welcome everybody to Kentucky Speedway. My name's Josh Hall. This is the Original Rebels Racing League Hardline Truck Transport Solutions Outlaw Truck Series. We're here at Kentucky Speedway. Sorry for the late start. We had a little technical difficulties on my end. Last night my computer decided that it wanted to completely nuke itself, so I had to reinstall Windows and reinstall all my software. So I've been doing that all day long. For those who have done that before, they understand the headache completely. But we're here, we're live, and we're getting ready for 100 laps here at Kentucky. Let's take a look, see who's out on track currently. Looks like we got the 06 of Corey Bragg out on track. And for those watching, if for some reason the wrong paints are on the trucks, I did just realize I forgot to download Trading Paints. I do have all my old paints still on the car, so most of these drivers should still have the right paint jobs. But again, I do apologize if anybody sees something that is incorrect. So do bear with me. Some of the transitions may be a little bit slower here tonight. We still want to give you that same awesome racing that you're used to seeing here on Sunday nights. As Andy Kurtz comes across the line, he's going to jump up P3 on his first lap. Coming down the backstretch here at Kentucky. Be a tricky track for sure. The track doesn't have a lot of grip, so it's really bad on the tires. As Andy Kurtz coming across for a second lap, he's going to stay currently in. No, he's going to jump up into the third position, excuse me. Here's the 82 of Corey Bigley out on track. See who else is out on track right now. Here's the 39 of Ken Pack. Finally getting some of the settings that I had to adjust here. I could only do on track, so yeah, I do apologize for you. Train Nerd and Garbage Truck Fan says hi from YouTube. We appreciate you tuning in here tonight on Intensity Broadcasting. Again, we got a great race weekend lined up for you. Back-to-back doubleheader as always. On Sunday nights, Logan Monteith out on track. Start off with the Hardline Truck Series, move on to the Whole Heating and Sheet Metal Truck Series. This is iRacing that you're watching right now. And this is iRacing simulations. You can see many different attributes of motorsports that you can watch here and race. If you sign up for iRacing, you can find them at iRacing.com. Right now, qualifying is underway. Matt Kleeman currently up into the 6th position. Logan Monteith out there just coming across the line for the first time. And he jumps up into the 13th position. If you're just tuning in for the first time, this is not AI. These are real drivers. We're going to have 27 actual drivers competing here tonight at Kentucky Speedway as Monteith comes across the line for his checkered flag, and he's going to jump up into the 7th position. So far, 20 cars have qualified. Nobody else has made their way out on track yet. Let's take a look at our points coming into tonight. Jonathan Cofield, currently your points leader. He's got a win. Matt Telder sits back in second. Tyler Burnett in third. Monteith in fourth. And Ryan Derrick in that fifth position. And you see Michael Kosick back in sixth. Jared Reed, Brandon Pollock, and Gregory Froelich are your top 10. And I'll leave the top 20 on the screen there for you, so you can see where your favorite drivers are at. Speaking of Greg Froelich, running back in that 10th position. Currently out on track right now. Again, his qualifying run underway. And Froelich down across the line for his first lap. He's going to jump up into the 18th position. See what he's able to do here on his second lap. Then we want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. This is live coverage of the Original Rebels Racing League Hardline Transport Solutions Outlaw Truck Series. That's Greg Froenich's coming to check the checkered flag. And he will improve up into the 16th position. And right now, nobody else really getting out on track, getting ready to qualify. We got 2.5 minutes left. We want to thank everybody for joining us again tonight. Don't forget, like, follow, and subscribe. Share the stream if you know anybody who might enjoy this kind of racing as well. Logan, I do apologize. I said at the beginning of the broadcast, my computer decided to nuke itself last night. And I installed everything but trading paints. So I do apologize. I'll see if I can... let me see if I can get trading paints loaded up here while... might lose the stream for just a second, but we'll get the... want to get everybody's right paints out there on there tonight. So, again, I do apologize. We all know how computers like to act sometimes. Oh, apologize for that. There we go. And for those who have never seen iRacing before, Trading Paints is a program that we use that allows drivers to upload their paint jobs onto the cars. So we see Isaiah Gill out on track right now, and he's got his custom paint job, that pink number 2 machine, running the donut car. Let's see if that changes here, as I got download paint jobs downloading right now. Do ignore the link that was just sent in to YouTube. I do apologize for that. That has no affiliation with us whatsoever. So once we grid Logan, I'll see if I can get the paints refreshed here for you. As Isaiah Gill's making his way through turns 1 and 2 and on to the backstretch. And Gill's going to come across the line. He's going to move himself up into the 11th position as time expires. So let's get ready to take a look at the grid here. And we see Corey Hines on pole, with Tyler Barnett starting back in the 2nd position. Adam Lang and Jared Reed will make up row number 2, and Andy Kurtz rounds out the top 5. Matt Kleeman back in the 6th position, with Logan Monteith sitting back in 7th. You can see the paint's popping in now as we got the trading paints uploaded properly, and there is Logan Monteith's 91 machine with the correct paint job on it. Kenneth Pack in 8th, Fry Hubbard 9th, and Jonathan Cofield round out your top 10. 11th will be Isaiah Gill with Steve McDonald outside of him in the 12th position. Row 7 will find Corey Bigley and Greg Barnett. Just realized I had the driver details still up. I do apologize for that. Greg Barnett in 14th. Then the 8th row will be Ryan Huff and James Searfoss. Greg Froelich in the 71. He'll be starting off 17th, with Brett Bieber in the 808 to his outside in row 9. And then row 10 will be Charlie Gates Jr. and the 99 of Brandon Wallace. Robert Gillard in the 45. He'll be rolling off from the 21st position, with Corey Bragg in 22nd. Brandon Pollock and Jerry LeGrand round out row number 12. Butch Taylor roll off from 25th, Matt Knights in 26th, and Gary Wright from the 27th position, as we got cars starting to make their way out on track. Again, we want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. Do bear with me as we work through a couple little technical issues here. Again, if you're just joining us, my computer decided to nuke itself last night, and I had to reinstall Windows and everything. And for those who know anything about installing computers and reinstalling Windows and having all the programs you have to find, it's never a fun time. So field makes their way down the backstretch. We get ready. Get some green flag racing in here tonight. Again, Corey Hines on pole, the 84 of Tyler Barnett to his outside. As the pace car makes its way down onto pit road. And the green flag is in the air. We are racing here at Kentucky, and already Corey Hines and Tyler Barnett both with a great start. A little further back, we see Adam Lang tucking in line. Andy Kurtz taking a look down to the inside, but not quite close enough to make that move just yet. They rocket down the backstretch for the first time. Tyler Barnett right there on the back bumper. He's got Adam Lang right there trying to put some pressure on him as well. As the field makes their way off of turn number 4 for the first time, Corey Hines is going to lead the first lap, and we already got one truck around. It's the 45 of Robert Gillard is around. Looks like he's got it straightened out and going to be able to get it back on track. The field is coming by in a moment, though. Butch Taylor has jumped to pit road as well. The field is making its way past the damaged truck, the 45 of Robert Gillard, who just made his way onto pit road. Little battle back here. Logan Monteith taking a look down underneath the 8, Adam Lang. Not quite close enough to make that move. Let's go back real quick and see what happened to Robert Gillard. He just lost it all by himself right in front of the field, able to get it low down. Oh, he collects the 33 of Butch Taylor. That's why Butch Taylor made his way out onto the pit road. Oh, battle back here. Jonathan Cofield looking up to the high side of Bry Hubbard. Hubbard, though, on that low lane, not able to keep his momentum as well as Cofield was. So you see Cofield move right around him. Just behind, we see the 01 of Isaiah Gill under attack from the 19 of Matt Kleeman. Gill, a little bit more of a short track racer. Tends to struggle at these mile-and-a-half tracks a little bit, but right down the back bumper of Matt Kleeman and trying to move himself forward now. Taking a look down to the inside of the 19, but not quite close enough to make that move as here comes the 39 of Kenneth Pack right on the back bumper of Isaiah Gill as well. Andy Kurtz has Adam Lang all over the back bumper now, trying to get around that 5 machine. Tried to take a look off the corner, but Kurtz was able to keep that momentum up off the corner there. Right there, had the 8 trying to take a look down underneath, but just was not close enough to make that move work. You see Cofield continuing to move himself forward, going around the 07 of Jared Reed. So Cofield having that 58 truck hooked up tonight. Already up 3 spots as we come to lap, just completed lap number 8. Not able to make around the 07 of Reed. As now Reed's taking a look up to the high side of Monteith as they make their way down into turn number 1. Up front, still Corey Hines. Has almost a 2-second gap over Tyler Barnett. Oh, I take that back. It's 0.29 second over Tyler Barnett. I was looking at the timing wrong. Now Cofield trying to battle again with the 07 of Jared Reed. Up on the high side, trying to keep that momentum. And you can use the high side here at Kentucky. And oh, one truck around on the front stretch. That's the 06 of Corey Bragg. But he's able to get it back rolling and no caution. Kurtz up on the high side trying to keep Adam Lang behind him. And he's going to do that as we've now completed lap number 12. Matt Kleeman and Isaiah Gill battling for position with Steve McDonald right there as well. So Isaiah Gill's now moved himself up a couple spots, up 2 spots into the 9th position. Trying to continue his march forward. And Jonathan Cofield now to the low side of Jared Reed. And Cofield's going to take over that 6th position. Because right now it's kind of the part of the track, part of the race where everybody starts to spread out just a little bit. Gives me an opportunity to do one of my favorite segments of the night, and that is called Pumping Up the Intensity. Isaiah Gill now taking a look down underneath the 07. They make their way off of turn number 4, and Fry Hubbard right there behind as well, trying to get himself into the mix. So move Gill up into the 7th position as he's doing a good job saving those tires and showing some late run speed. We see the damage to the 07. Jared Reed looks like the right side pancaked a little bit. Looks like he might have caught the wall a little earlier in the race. Tyler Barnett continues to stalk the 57 of Corey Hines. But here comes Andy Kurtz now down to the inside. Kurtz trying to take away that 2nd position. So Kurtz with a fantastic finish Friday night in the Grand National Series. Right place at the right time gets himself a win. Now he's trying to go back-to-back here on Intensity with another win. We'll battle back here between Corey Bigley and Greg Barnett. Bigley down on the bottom trying to take away would be the 13th position. And right behind we see the 15 of James Searfoss trying to follow through along with the 808 of Brett Bieber. Here comes Andy Kurtz with another run to the inside of Tyler Barnett. They're side by side. Adam Lang right there as well, trying to follow Andy Kurtz on through. While those drivers are running side by side, that's exactly what Corey Hines wants to see. Ooh, a little loose there for the 5 of Kurtz. As Tyler Barnett tries to make another move, but Andy's going to throw the big block there. They go down into turn number 1, and here comes Adam Lang now on the inside. not quite close enough to make the move. A little further back, we got a battle here with Matt Kleeman and the 07 of Jared Reed. So Reed in a little bit of a backward slide. As he's got that damage on the right side of his truck that's really slowing him down. We see the 06 getting past there. That's Corey Bragg. We saw him catch the wall earlier. He's now a lap down. Now Tyler Barnett trying to fend off the 8 of Adam Lang. As we come across the line to start lap 25 of 100. So far, a pretty uneventful race. We've had a couple incidents that did not bring out the yellow flag. We've had some great battles up towards all around, actually all through the field, as we got another one right here. Gaggle of cars on track here, led by the 19 of Matt Kleeman, Steve McDonald, Jared Reed, Corey Bigley. They're trying to make it 3 wide back here. They are going to be 3 wide off of turn number 4. Three wide with the lap truck of Corey Bragg. Steve McDonald able to move forward, so isn't Jared Reed. Now they get back single file. They're going to have to try it all again, as you see the 82 of Corey Bigley really trying to push it in there, just not able to get the run going. And see, McDonald has that 07 of Reed all over the back bumper as well, and that 06, for as much damage as it has to the right side, it's able to stay up with these cars right now. He is on a little fresher tires, I believe. Yeah, he came down pit road and got tires and some damage fixed, so that's why he's able to stay up here with these boys. Bigley now taking another look underneath Reed. It's a battle for 11th. The battle continues back here. Right now everybody's kind of just biding their time right now, trying to make it to the pit stop. Mentioning how much the tire fall off is. Corey Hines' best lap of the race was a 30.96. His last lap was a 32.74, so almost a 2-second fall off in 30 laps. So that means that these drivers have a handful that they're dealing with in those trucks right now. So Bigley not wanting to turn that wheel all that much, but having to, because the truck just does not want to turn. Takes a look underneath Steve McDonald. And it's a matter not just of the truck getting really tight. Some of these drivers are getting really tight. Some of these drivers are getting really loose. And It's a bad mixture of both out there right now. They're just fighting to hang on for their pit stop. Don't forget to join us after this one at 10 p.m. Eastern as the Original Rebels Racing League Whole Heating and Sheet Metal Truck Series takes off for our truck doubleheader tonight. They'll also be doing 100 laps here at Kentucky. Battle back here with all these drivers is still going on, led by James Searfoss. See the 39 of Kenneth Pack trying to get around Steve McDonald. Brett Bieber up in this mix as well. Brandon Wallace and Brandon Pollock not too far behind. Ooh, a lot of damage to the right side of the one. Looks like he's found the wall. As Bieber's now trying to take a look around Jared Reed. That Hardline's just very strong here tonight. We're seeing drivers trying to make the move down on the low side, but that high side being able to hold that momentum. As Brandon Wallace got really loose behind the 07 of Reed. That Hardline really being able to hold their momentum and defend the passes down on the low side as we see another battle up here. Matt Kleeman using the high line now to hold off Corey Bigley in the 82. And Adam Lang has gotten around the 84 of Tyler Barnett, so move him up into the third position. This battle between Kleeman and Bigley continues. Brandon Wallace and Brett Bieber side by side down the front stretch and into turn number one. And now Brandon Wallace moves himself up into the 14th position. He's continuing his march forward up 6 spots currently. Another driver up 6 spots is the 01 of Isaiah Gill, currently back in the 5th position. It says 01 on the scoring and timing, 2 on the truck. Now, fuel run on these trucks should be right around 40 to 45 laps. So I imagine these drivers will be coming in pretty soon to get fuel and tires. I know they want tires badly. Brandon Wallace stuck down on the bottom, just got passed by Kleeman. And here comes Steve McDonald trying to make a move as well. Wallace kind of drove it in hard there, almost got into the back of McDonald. And Monteith starting to pull away from Fry Hubbard. Adam Lang. Adam Lang has Tyler Barnett now right back on the back bumper, and man, Alex Veith just with the bombshell news here. Chase Elliott declared the winner after the 11 and 18 fail post-race inspections. I don't know how true that is. I'll have to check that out. And yeah, front page of NASCAR.com has said that Chase Elliott has won the race tonight. Here comes Isaiah Gill up into the mix here as well. Now he's driven down the third and fourth place drivers. Gill's going to take a look down underneath Barnett. Going to drive himself up into fourth. Now Gill's going to take a look down. Well, let's try to make a look down at Adam Lang. Just not quite close enough as we have our first drivers on pit road. First driver is the 64 of Matt Knights getting his service done. Here comes Isaiah Gill down to the bottom. Trying to take over the third position. Guess it was something with the front fascia. I wonder how many other Toyota drivers are having that issue. I wonder if that means the 23 and the 45 also had issues. We'll find out. But Isaiah Gill now drives himself up into third. And he is the fastest truck on the track right now. As Gary Wright and Jerry LeGrand both make their way down onto pit road. Brandon Wallace down to the inside of Steve McDonald. And here comes Brandon Pollock as well. What a great battle here between these three trucks. Here comes through the middle. That was, not sure who that was there. Trying to figure out who just drove through the middle like that. Oh, that was Matt Knights. So Matt Knights showing what the fresh tires are going to do for these boys. Because he's able to just put his truck anywhere as he wants and drive through. Corey Hines, Isaiah Gill now on pit road. So a couple of your leaders now making their way down for their stop. It's going to put Andy Kurtz into the lead. Adam Lang currently 5.5 seconds behind, and then Tyler Barnett back in third. Now Adam Lang, Andy Kurtz, Tyler Barnett all making their way down on the pit road. Jonathan Cofield as well. Fry Hubbard coming down on the pit road. Kenneth Pack. Steve McDonald. So it looks like the rest of the field making their way. Nope. Brett Bieber is going to stay out. Logan Monteith is still out there. Currently the leader of the race. Now Monteith making his way down on the pit road. And oh, some contact between Bieber and the 06 of Corey Bragg. So Bieber's going to have to stay out another lap. Now, Brett Bieber down on the pit road. That's going to give the lead back over to Corey Hines. Andy Kurtz currently almost 2 seconds behind Corey Hines as they get around the 33 of Butch Taylor. This is Greg Froenig up into the top 10. Having a great run here tonight. He's got the 15 of James Shearfoss going around, but Froenig currently 10th in points. And showing why tonight is he's having showing some great speed up into 8th. And Isaiah Gill, who's had so much bad luck so far this season, finds himself in 3rd place, and he is running down Andy Kurtz and Corey Hines. Fry Hubbard taking a look around Greg Froenig. So Froenig pit early. He came in on lap 34, so he's got much older tires, and you're seeing the difference in speed from old tires to new tires. As Andy Kurtz now is making a run at Corey Hines. He's got Jonathan Cofield right behind. Cofield is a lap down. Kurt's going to look up to the high side, trying to take that lead away. He's got a little drafting help there from Cofield. And Kurtz is going to take over the lead. Here comes Cofield, going to follow him right along. Cofield trying to get his lap back the hard way. That's almost an 8-second gap back to third place Isaiah Gill. So right now these two, Andy Kurtz and Corey Hines, are the class of the field. Ryan Huff taking a look around Greg Froelich. So Froenich's fallen back to the 14th position. And you're seeing just the big difference between old tires and new tires right now as Andy Kurtz continues to lead. Don't know how many people saw it, but some exciting news on the iRacing front. There's a charity race, I think it was last week, and they had Greg Hill and Steve Myers on there. They were talking about the upcoming content, if you will, coming to iRacing. And one of those is an advanced weather system, including rain. And I, as a weather nut myself, absolutely love the way that they're doing the rain, because it's not going to be, yep, it's raining. No, it's not raining. You're actually going to have access to a radar, and you can make the decision on how you want to run your race with the rain or not. Now, obviously, if you're running an oval series, rain isn't going to be turned on or even in the mind of the session. But for road racing, having that threat of rain or that chance of rain, that can really change your strategy, especially how hard it's going to rain, when the track starts to dry out. If you're running in maybe an open series, open wheel series, if you go with inters or full wets. So I think it's going to be wild. Don't know if it's going to be in the next build or the following build, but the videos and pictures that they put up look awesome. And I personally am looking forward to racing in the rain. Andy Kurtz flying right now, has himself out to over almost a 1.5 second lead over second place Corey Hines, who has Brett Bieber right now on a little fresher tires. Not much fresher, but a little fresher tires trying to get around. And then Isaiah Gill way back in third. And I say way back because he's over 8 seconds behind the 57 of Corey Hines. And we'll find Logan Monteith, who's currently 6 seconds behind Isaiah Gill. And then Tyler Barnett runs back in 5th. Take you a little further through the field. Corey Bigley, currently in the 6th position. Fry Hubbard runs back in 7th. James Searfoss in the 8th position. Then Brandon Pollock, currently sitting in 9th. Looks like he's still got that damage to the right side of his truck. And Kenneth Pack rounds out your top 10. Monteith, though, has Tyler Barnett right there on the back bumper. Barnett starting to make a good run here. Is a little bit faster than Monteith. About a 10th faster. And Corey Bigley now up into this mix as well. Right now, Monteith able to keep out in front of Tyler Barnett. Matt Knights, who pit so early, we saw those fresh tires earlier. You're seeing how fast those tires wear off as he's slowly falling back. Matt had a great finish Friday night at Auto Club as well with a top 10. Currently running back in the 20th position, but a lot of racing left. We still have 30 laps to go when they cross the line this time. And really anything can happen. Barnett, though, slowly running down the 91 of Monteith. Trying to look a little high, trying to look a little low. Trying to find the line that'll get him around that 91 and up into the 4th position. Without giving way to the 82 of Corey Bragg, as Tyler has a little connection issue there. So Andy Kurtz now just over a second over Corey Hines. And you see Hines right there trying to run him down. And Isaiah Gill has actually cut down into Hines's interval there. He was 8.5 seconds back. Now he's just 6.5 seconds back. I don't know if there's going to be enough time. It looks like lap time wise. That's the wrong direction. Isaiah Gill has been running just a little bit faster lap after lap. We'll see if Isaiah can try to play spoiler here. As Brandon Pollock is battling here with the 15 of Searfoss. We see the 8 of Adam Lang here as well. And Adam Lang being scored in 21st, a lap down. I believe he might have had some issues on pit road, because Pollock almost comes down off the wall into Searfoss. Just in front of this battle, there's another battle going on back here. Fry Hubbard battling with Corey Bigley as Fry Hubbard moves around Bigley into the 6th position. And this race continues with just 25 laps to go. So Searfoss now battling with Adam Lang on for track position, even though it's not for actual position. Matt Knights makes his way down pit road. He's on and off. Andy Kurtz working around the 45 of Robert Gillard, as he stretched his lead out to almost 2 seconds. over Corey Hines. And Isaiah Gill is now 5.5 seconds behind Corey Hines. So if we were to get a caution, it would change everything. But right now, it looks like we're going to continue to run green flag. As Brandon Pollock has now moved around Sear Foss into the 8th position. This battle is continuing right now between Fry Hubbard and Corey Bigley, and right in front as well, Logan Monteith and Tyler Barnett. It's a battle for 4th and 5th. A little further back, Greg Barnett battling with Ryan Huff. And here's Kenneth Pack and Sear Foss going at it. So Pack moves himself up into the 9th position, moves Sear Foss back into 10th. And the yellow flag is out. Gary Wright loses it right in front of the leaders there. And that is going to bring up our first Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. As we take a look to see what happened to Gary Wright. Looks like he was battling with the 06 of Corey Bragg. Ooh, some, man, I don't know if that was netcode or... Well, it looks like there was actually some contact there. Whether there was netcode or not, there would have been contact, and that sends the 21 around. And right in front of the leaders, too. And that's going to bring everybody down onto pit road. And that is going to change everything. One driver having a little connection issue there. I believe that was Adam Lang. So Andy Kurtz gets off first. Corey Hines off second. Isaiah Gill gets off pit road third. Logan Monteith off fourth. And Brandon Wallace stayed out on track, it looks like. Nope, he was able to get off pit road, so Actually, looks like Wallace is coming back down pit road now. So this changes everything. It's also going to see have our first opportunity to see the Geico restart zone. And if this is your first time joining us for one of these races, you'll see on the track apron there, as well as on the wall, the blue Geico sign. That is the Geico restart zone. And the way that works is the leader has to start the race inside that zone. He must maintain pace speed all the way to that zone. If he slows down too much or speeds up too much, the leader will receive the black flag, along with any other driver that slows down or speeds up too much. The leader, if he chooses to start inside that zone, he can start anywhere he wants from the beginning to the end, but must be inside that zone when he starts to accelerate. If he chooses not to accelerate inside that zone, then the green flag will be on the starter, and the outside lane or any other drivers would be able to pass the leader at their discretion. See Adam Lang staying out on track, getting his lap back, putting himself back on the lead lap, although he's going to have much older tires. See if the lights on the pace truck shut off. Yep, the lights on the pace truck are off. We're going to re-rack them, restack them, and get ready to refire them. Andy Kurtz chooses the inside lane, puts Corey Hines on the outside, Logan Monteith and Isaiah Gill in row number 2. Isaiah on the inside, Logan on the outside. Then Fry Hubbard, Corey Bigley in row number 3. Tyler Barnett and Brandon Pollock back in row number 4. Steve McDonald, Ken Pack round out the field as we get ready to go back green flag racing. Pace truck pulls down on the pit road. Andy Kurtz approaches the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. We are back racing with just 14 laps to go. And a great jump for Andy Kurtz. Puts Corey Hines back in second, and a battle for third between Logan Monteith and Isaiah Gill. Gill trying to use those fresh tires. He's been good on the long run all night long, but now he's trying to use those fresh tires to get around Logan Monteith. Monteith, though, fighting hard on the high side as Andy Kurtz and Corey Hines start to pull away from this battle behind. And the more these guys run side by side, the more those front two drivers are going to pull away as Corey Hines makes a big move down to the inside of Andy Kurtz, trying to take over the race lead. Kurtz able to hold on to the lead for now as Isaiah Gill has finally cleared the 91 of Monteith. A little further back, we see Brandon Pollock on the high side and Tyler Barnett running up there as well. Is there? Looks like a super speedway back here, 2x2x2. Many rows back. Now Tyler Barnett's going to throw it in the middle. Make it 3 wide off of turn number 4. And down to the stripe. Ooh, Barnett got a little loose there. Looks like he might have got tagged from the 14 of Fry Hubbard, but he's able to hold on to it and keep it going straight. As Isaiah Gill still has Logan Monteith all over the back bumper. And Andy Kurtz is starting to pull away from Corey Hines just a little bit. Monteith now taking another look down to the inside of Isaiah Gill. Oh, they make contact. More contact. Gill gets sent up the track, hard into the outside wall. And again, Isaiah Gill racing hard and makes hard contact with the outside wall. He's going to make his way down on the pit road, and that's going to do it for the 2 tonight. Isaiah Gill down on the pit road. That is going to be the Cofield Hard Luck Award winner tonight, as he was battling for a podium position and unfortunately gets caught up in the mess there. That's going to move Logan Monteith up into the 3rd position, although he's got Tyler Barnett battling with him side by side for that final podium position. As we come across the line, we have just 7 laps to go. And Gill did a great job keeping up out of the racing groove, not to collect any other drivers. Battle for the lead is heating up here. When we come across the line this time, we'll have just 5 laps to go. Andy Kurtz, Corey Hines trying to battle it out for the win. Tyler Barnett has moved himself around Monteith and into that 3rd position. As the race is heating up for the race win. Four laps to go. I didn't realize I still had the Cofield logo up on the screen. Off of turn number 4. Andy Kurtz now sees 3 laps to go. Last thing Andy Kurtz wants to see is a yellow. So we've got some hard racing going on behind between Brandon Pollock and Ryan Huff. It's a battle for 8th and 9th. Brett Bieber pulling out, trying to pass Jared Reed down into the corner as well. Corey Bigley has Fry Hubbard now taking a look down to the inside. So racing all over the track. We have just 2 laps to go. Andy Kurtz now starting to pull away from Corey Hines. The interval is almost a half a second. Fry Hubbard is cleanly able to get around Corey Bigley. So move Fry up into the 5th position. And Andy Kurtz off of turn number 4. White flag will be in the air. 1 lap to go. Yellow flag is put away. So we have just 1 lap to go. Can Corey Hines do anything, or is Andy Kurtz going to go back-to-back here on intensity? Down the backstretch for the last time, Corey Hines trying to get some speed. He's a little bit quicker, but not quite enough to do anything as they make their way through turns 3 and 4. Andy Kurtz is going to pull it down to the bottom of the track, and he is going to win here at Kentucky. Corey Hines is going to finish 2nd. Tyler Barnett's going to drive back for 3rd. And then Logan Monteith and Fry Hubbard round out your top 5. But what a great run for Andy Kurtz as we see the fireworks going off in the background. Getting the race win here at Kentucky. And he's going to make his way down to the start-finish line. And he's going to celebrate with some donuts before the rest of the field comes in and demolishes him in the traditional Rebels Victory Demolition Derby. Let's take a look at the results. Possibly? There they are. Andy Kurtz is your winner. Corey Hines, Tyler Barnett, Logan Monteith, Fry Hubbard, your top 5. Corey Bigley comes home in 6. Ryan Huff, Steve McDonald, Brandon Pollock, and James Searfoss make up your top 10. 11th is Jared Reed, Brett Bieber, Kenneth Pack, Greg Barnett, and Matt Kleeman, your top 15. Then Brandon Wallace in 16th. Adam Lang in 17th. Jonathan Cofield, Greg Froelich, and Gary Wright round out your top 20. 21st is Matt Knights. 22nd, Charlie Gates Jr. Butch Taylor comes home 23rd. Corey Bragg, Isaiah Gill, your top 25. Then Robert Gillard and Jerry LeGrand round out the field here at Kentucky. As we get ready to talk to our top 3, starting with the 84 of Tyler Barnett. Tyler, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, great run here tonight. You're up in the top 3 almost the entire race, and just able to save those tires enough to get yourself up towards the front. I know you had a front row seat for the battle between Monteith and Isaiah Gill there. What was your strategy coming into the race, and what kind of changes did you make as the race went on?
This isn't really one of my best tracks. I was honestly just hoping for a top 10. Said that at Rockingham and I got a podium, but yeah, it's not one of my best tracks, so I was just focusing on learning how to save tires. I've only ran this track like once another time in a different league and didn't do very well. So, like I said, just trying to learn how to save tires, just learn the track as I go. I was following guys like Corey Hines, my buddy Logan, Adam, just everybody, and I was starting to put it all together near the end, and truck was fast near the end. I was able to run 1 lap, obviously, in qualifying. I qualified pretty well, so I just started running Q lines near the end, and I was able to get back up to 3rd from 7th on those last 10 laps.
Yeah, awesome job doing that, and kind of a surprise having no cautions through the race either until the end there. Were you kind of surprised that the caution flag was put away so much tonight, or did you think there would have been a few more here tonight to kind of change the strategy up a little?
So I could see it going either way. This track is difficult. It's very, very slick, especially on a restart on cold tires. So I was expecting like maybe someone to lose it in the field, and I mean I saw people sideways, but everyone saved it. Everyone did a great job. Like I know all these guys are great. It's just we're so aggressive that we will push you to your limit, and sometimes that limit just oversteps your actual ability a tiny, tiny bit. So I was uh I was very pleased with how the race came out. I needed that caution late though, so I can get some tires on it, and then like I said, run those Q laps.
Well, awesome job getting the job done here tonight on the podium here at a track that, like you said, you hate. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank? Any shots you got to give here tonight?
Of course, the series sponsor, obviously, the title, Hardline Transport Solutions. I just want to thank Mike for putting this on. It's such a fun league. I look forward to it every Sunday. Honestly, I look forward to this over I do with actual racing and NASCAR. So I have a good time here. And then Cofield Asphalt refinishing. Sorry, I'm a little, my heart rate's up. And then Intensity Broadcasting, thank you guys for just broadcasting everything. My team, Evil Empire Sim Sport, and all the sponsors that align with it, like Raise Energy, 60'6" Foundation, ABR Setup Shops, Skills VR, just everybody.
Well, again, awesome job getting yourself on the podium here tonight. And good luck the rest of the season. I'm sure we'll be talking again soon.
So hopefully it's #1 spot. I really need that win.
Absolutely. Good luck, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
So that was your third place finisher, Tyler Barnett. Let's bring in your second place finisher, Corey Hines. Corey, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
I got you.
Man, what a wild race here tonight. You were fast all night, up at the front, kind of fell back a little bit, and got yourself back up into the second spot. You and Andy there looked like it could have been either one of you there at the end. That caution flag came out to kind of help you out there at the end. Were you surprised that it took that long for a caution to come out, and were you really fortunate to see that caution?
I'm not really sure, to be honest, because I pitted earlier than he did, so I wasn't real sure I was going to make it on fuel. I was trying to save there for a while, and I don't know, it'd have been really close. But yeah, new tires, I mean, I just too tight behind him, couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, we've noticed that this track is really difficult to pass at. What is the secret to kind of setting up a pass here, and what could you have done differently there at the end, maybe?
Um, well, I wasn't getting through 3 and 4 very well at all there at the end, and I think the only way I'd have been able to pass him is probably get a run off of 4 and probably have his inside in 1 and 2, because it's really hard to pull off a pass on the bottom in 3 and 4.
Well, either way, you started on the pole tonight, came home in second. Not a disappointing night at all for you. Good points tonight. And before we let you go, anyone want to thank, any shots you got to give here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody involved in this that puts this on. It's been a fun series so far.
Well, there we go. And man, it's great to see you up at the front here. And good luck the rest of the season. I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, man.
So that was your second place finisher, Corey Hines. Let's bring in your winner here tonight, Andy Kurtz. Andy, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, Josh, got you. What's up?
Back-to-back races on Intensity that you get to talk to me, so that's always a good sign, right?
Oh man, yes it is for sure.
Man, the racing out there was kind of wild up at the front all night long. I noticed it's really hard to pass here, and that caution flag was not what you were looking for as the run went on. But what was your kind of thoughts after that caution flag and running there with Corey and trying to keep him behind you there at the end?
I knew it'd be on from there. I was talking with him, and yeah, when he pitted on lap, I think it was like 48, something like that. I was really tempted to go down with him just because I didn't want to lose a bunch of time to him with his new tires, but I wasn't sure that we'd be able to make it on fuel. So I think I pitted on lap 50, like 2 laps or so after him, and I knew I'd have some fresher tires at the end of the run and have a better chance of making it on fuel. But I was still, I think, a lap short maybe. So I was shutting the truck off for a little bit there, running in front of him because I could tell he was saving. So No sense in pushing it. But then the caution came out, and yeah, for sure. At first, I was, like, oh man, had this one, probably in the bag if people were going to run out of fuel. But I was telling him, I'd rather lose a race on, having a real race than, just winning because people are running out of fuel. Not that that's any less of a win, but that's just I'd like to have it go. So I was glad we got the race there. Not worrying about fuel or tires or anything, and just have a 10-lap shootout. And really tough keeping him behind. He almost had me going down into 3. He was getting such better runs off of 2 than me, but luckily was able to sort of just keep it on his door in 3 and 4 and keep the lead there. So it was awesome racing with him.
Well, now you've locked yourself into 2 playoffs now, both the Grand National Series and here in the Outlaw Series. That's got to be a little bit of a relief and a load off your mind as well.
Yeah, for sure. I just like coming out and trying to win. Wins are a lot of fun. If the playoffs work out, then that's awesome too. But yeah, I guess it's cool being this early in the season and being in the playoffs. So looking forward to that as well.
Well, we know you are a defending Truck Series champion, so having that foot in the door in the playoffs is always helpful for you. So again, congratulations on the win. Before I let you go, anyone you want to thank, any shots you got to give here tonight?
Yeah, well, I want to thank you. As always, doing a great job. Gonna go watch back your intensity broadcast here a couple minutes. And yeah, just want to thank everyone with the Outlaws and the Rebels Racing League for all the stuff they do to let us come out here and have fun a couple times a week. I want to thank Hardline Transport Solutions for being the series sponsor. And of course, Cofield Asphalt Refinishing, Chuck, Peg Leg Felts, Thunderstruck Super Series, and Kinder Farm and Ranch for helping us.
Well, man, again, congrats. Look forward to seeing what you can do the rest of the season, and good luck to you, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thanks, man. We'll see you.
So here's your winner tonight, Andy Kurtz. We got another race coming up for you in about 25 minutes time. So join us right back here, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. Join us right back here and for our second race of the night. Again, we want to thank everybody involved. Hardline Transport Solutions, Peg Leg Felts, Cofield Asphalt. And as always, as our boy Atlee Atman Reese would say, over and out.